Bueno, otra de las participantes en la película White House Down, El Ataque, es Maggie Gyllenhaal. Y está aquí con nosotros. You're so pretty. Let me begin saying that.
Thanks.
How are you?
Good.
You're a powerful woman in this movie. How do you think might be realistic someday to have a woman president in the United States? Will that be possible someday?
I think so, yeah, absolutely.
And what would it take for a woman to be a president?
I don't know, in my opinion, and it's sort of the same thing I was thinking about when I was making this movie, you know, of course, the Carol Finnerty is so smart, capable, and powerful. But I was really interested in, like, all the rest of her, the way that every woman and every person, I think, is also, when they're honest, vulnerable, and, like, you know, she's hot for Channing's character, and she's exhausted, and, you know, all the human elements of also being a person. And I think, you know, for a woman to be elected president of this country, she'll have to allow for the truth of all of those things to come out.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Tell us about White House Down. It's an action-packed movie. It had heart, because even there were some things that I was like, oh my gosh, is there a tear coming out? How was it for you doing this movie? Because it is, you don't have that much action as the other guys do, but you're part of the action. How can you describe White House Down?
Well, for me, it like took a lot of thinking, you know? I think she's like a real thinker, and I didn't do a lot of action stuff. I mean, look, the thing is like to watch it, it's a party, you know? It's like, I went to see it with a friend of mine. She's sitting right next to me. She was literally yelling at the screen, which you're allowed to do in this movie, like a classic 80s action movie, you know? But to make it, it's not a party. No. I mean, it was fun and everything, but it was hard work, you know, to make it look like that, to make it feel like a party like that.
Why do you think the White House is so iconic that every time it gets destroyed, but this time you try to save it? Some people try to save it. Why is always the White House?
I mean, it's a building that has been imbued with a lot, you know, and I think it's okay in movies to fantasize about whatever you want. And people have all kinds of fantasies. They have bright, light ones, they have dark, complicated ones. And as long as it's a fantasy, I think it's important to let it out.
Yeah, and it's great. And also the underline, there's a story about a father trying to reach out for his girl. That's the values that sometimes you need to get out of the movies. That's a great part of this story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course. I already answered the questions I do. So, how it's going to be a great blockbuster. I think it's going to be fun, as you said. It's a great ride. You have action. You have love. How is working with Roland Emmerich? He's known as the director of destruction, the big action destruction movies director.
I mean, I think Roland. Basically, I don't want to be in a big action summer movie unless it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be in like an okay one.
Yeah.
And Roland is the king of this kind of movie. And I don't think it's just destruction. I mean, I think it's also, it's the party, it's the whole thing, which includes, I mean, like every actor in this movie is great. Yeah. Richard Jenkins and James Woods and Channing and Jamie. I mean, everybody, all the bad guys, they're all full, whole people. So it's like, I mean, how exciting is it really just to watch stuff blow up?
Yeah.
A little bit of that is great, even like quite a lot of that, okay. But you also need to care about the people that you're running around doing all this stuff. So I think he does all of it so well. He's got like some formula that's really working for him.
Yeah, it is working this time also. And how it must be surreal to shoot in a movie set that is actually like the real White House. All the details were so great that even though watching the movie, is that Real House or is somewhere else? How was it to be on set on the fake Real House?
It was really cool. It was really cool. I mean, and then most of my work was in the Pentagon, which I think was kind of made up. What was down there, but what was made up was so cool. I mean, the way they put it together and all the graphics, and you know, it's hard for me to, you know, look at nothing and pretend it's blowing up. I mean, I'm not that good at that, but when it's really there, it really helps.
Well, it was great because it looks good and it's a great movie.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Okay.